Hello everyone, welcome to D's Homestead. My name's Derek, and today we're going to be discussing the top 10 things to stock up on now so that you have something to barter with during an emergency. And some of these, they're pretty good, so stick around to the end here. We'll go through them, no particular order. Hey, if you're doing the emergency fund, like your grandparents used to, where we're trying to build up $1,000 emergency fund by October 1st, then this week you should be at $420, and by this weekend coming up, the 13th, Saturday the 13th, you should be at $450. So if you're not there, get yourself caught back up. So let's get into this list. Okay, item number one is water filtration and water purification. During an emergency, water can become scarce. That's one of the reasons why water filtration and purification is one of the important things to have. Now, I'm not saying you need to stock up on extra filters and stuff like that to try and barter with the extra filters, but say you have like one of the Berkey filters or one of the other ones, not Berkey, but somebody else, and you can do a large quantity of water. You can barter that clean, safe drinking water, or you have water purification tablets and you have a ton of them. You can barter those water purification tablets. I would go with the water, but that's just me. Item number two would be non-perishable food, such as your canned goods, rice, beans, pasta, any of that kind of stuff. You want to try and focus on foods that have a long shelf life and high nutritional value. Those are the things you would want to try and stick with. And if you've watched some of the videos we've been doing is on canning and getting prepared that way. So I'm trying to show you guys ways to get stocked up on canned goods and stuff like that. So if you just canned up some extra of those, you could use those for bartering tools. Same with rice, pasta, spaghetti, elbow macaroni, any of that kind of stuff. You could use that as good items to barter with. Okay, medications and first aid supplies. So like bandages, band-aids, wraps, pain relievers, antibiotics, any of that kind of stuff like that. Those are all good things to stock up on. Stock up on enough for yourself, but stock up on some extra. If you're into the herbal things, you could do, you know, tinctures, that kind of stuff, herbal medicines and stuff. Stock up on those, and you can use those for bartering. Okay, hygiene products, things like soap, shampoo, toilet paper. We all remember from just a couple years back, you know, the toilet paper shortage. So toilet paper, paper towels, tampons, diapers, things like that. Those are all good things to consider stocking up on. Let's see, did I miss anything? Soap, shampoo, toothpaste, toilet paper, feminine hygiene products, diapers. Those are all necessary things that you need for life, like to get through life. So stock up on extra stuff of that. Fire starting items. So a lot of you might not realize that I have fire starters on my website. I also do kindling. I also do the little mini firewood for the little Solo Mesa, the Mesa XL, the little tabletop fire pits, the pizza ovens, all that stuff. It's all on my website. So fire starter stuff is definitely something you should consider stocking up on to get you through an emergency for one, but also you can use that for bartering. Why, you might ask? Well, what all would you use fire for? You could use it for cooking. You can use it for purifying your water. You can use it for warmth, to stay warm if it's wintertime and it's cold out and you need to stay warm. So those are all three good reasons to make sure you have stuff to do fires. Now, other things to stock up on along those same lines with fire starters is your flints, your lighters, stuff like that. A lot of times, my personal recommendation, just when you're going, the next time you go to Walmart or Dollar General or whatever store you go to, and you're up there to check out, a lot of times they'll have those packs of like 3 or 5 or 2 Bic lighters or whatever. Grab one of those packs. Every time you're at the store, just grab one of those packs. They're a couple bucks. Add that into your supplies. Those Bic lighters, they last forever. And I know a lot of people will say, well, it's not the same. You should do it the way the old timers did it and use a flint or use a bow and arrow and just heat up your get your stick to twist and turn and cause friction and use that. That's how they did it back in the old days. I understand that, but get those Bic lighters. And if you can get the long camp ones, like for lighting the charcoal fire and stuff, the longer ones, get those. Those usually work a lot better for starting your fire, in my opinion. There's other ways, don't get me wrong. You can use those other ways too, but I like just using a Bic lighter. Okay, tools and multi-tools. Items like knives, multi-tools, axes, saws, and other hand tools can be useful for various tasks such as building a shelter, hunting, and crafting. So those are all good items to have and to stock up on. And if you have extra, you can use those for bartering. And if not, maybe you can barter some of your skills doing those items. Okay, and we're back over here again. So next we're going to talk about fuel. So gasoline, diesel, propane, firewood. Those are all good things that you can use for bartering. If you have extra firewood, or you have extra propane, or you have extra gasoline, or you have extra diesel fuel, you can use that to barter and get the things that you need from someone who needs some diesel or some propane or some gasoline or some firewood so that they can heat or purify their water or cook or whatever. So those are all good things to have. So stock up on your fuels. Get what you can get. Okay, batteries and power banks. So in an emergency situation where there's no electricity and stuff, then batteries and portable power banks for charging electronic devices like your flashlight, your radio, your cell phone, communication device like a walkie-talkie, that can all be valuable. So if you have extra ones, or even you have the ability to, say you have a solar battery bank and you can recharge somebody's cell phone for them, maybe you can get yourself a loaf of bread out of that, or something else that you need. Maybe you can work out some sort of a barter where you're getting something for charging somebody's phones and flashlights and stuff like that for them for the day. Seeds. Non-GMO heirloom seeds for vegetables, fruits, and grains can be invaluable for long-term sustainability by allowing individuals to grow their own food. So seeds, fruits, vegetables, that's all good stuff to stock up on now, and then you can use that to barter with later on. Heirloom tomato seeds, those things last forever. Like, depending on how many tomatoes you're growing, those seeds will last you for a long time. Like, as long as you keep them secured from mice and stuff like that, you're not going to have the same. The longer they go, the less you're going to have actually grow, if that makes sense. So if your seeds are 5, 6, 7 years old, whatever, they may not grow quite as well. You might not have as good of a success rate as if they're brand new this year, but still, it's a good thing to stock up on and use. Okay, one of the other things you can get, and this is the last one, alcohol and tobacco products. So you may not think this is a big deal, but during the thing that happened a couple years back, I can tell you alcohol was something that a lot of people were trying to find. So alcohol is definitely something you should consider stocking up on. It might not necessarily, like for me, I do drink occasionally, not a whole lot though. So honestly, I could go forever without any alcohol and it wouldn't bother me one bit. But some people don't have that same luxury. So some people are going to be doing whatever they can do to try and find some alcohol. Tobacco. I used to smoke a lot. I don't anymore, but I can tell you, those people who do will do a lot to get those cigarettes. So alcohol and tobacco, dip, whatever. Those are all good things to stock up on now to use for bartering later. And one of the big things, if you watched that last video, and if you didn't, you should go back and watch it, the basics to bartering. I'll have it linked here at the end, but you should really make sure when you're bartering with someone that it's a fair deal across the board, not just make it so it's really good for you and that person's getting screwed over. Because if that happens, now when that person has something that you need, yep, you already know where I'm going with this. Now you're going to get screwed because, you know what I mean? they're not going to make it a good barter back, because now it's something that you need, not something that they need. So make sure you're doing things correctly, making it fair for both parties. Everyone should come out in this barter. It shouldn't just be one-sided to where you make out and they get screwed, or you get screwed and they make out. So it needs to be even on a same playing field. All right, hey, the next video we're probably going to be talking about, we're probably going to do some canning again in the next video, and then the one after that, that's the one where we're going to be going over like the fire starters, the little mini firewood, the kindling, all that kind of stuff. So if you haven't hit like, please consider hitting like, click subscribe, share this video with your friends. Oh, and by the way, we surpassed the 500 subscriber mark, which means the next contest is starting now. So down in the comments, leave me a quick message, something that you can think, if you can think of anything different to barter with, or if you have more information to give on the items that I suggested to barter with, put that down in the comments down below. That's all you have to do to enter. Have that in by May 1st. On May 1st, I'll do a drawing. Whoever wins, I'm not going to tell you what you're getting yet. It'll be something good though. You'll like it. All right, hey, have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you on the next one.